Welcome back, everyone. I am Tony, the Baking Fisherman, and today we're going to take a look at day 2 of our sourdough bread starter. Now, if you take a look here, folks, you can see that not a lot has really changed since last night. We're starting to see a few gas bubbles form. That's from the fermentation. You know, this is a really interesting process where we're really just letting nature do the work. We mix it up. We stir it a little bit, we feed it every day from this point forward, but really we do very little. And so let's get started doing very little. So I've got a clean jar here. So today my tools and utensils, a clean jar, the scale again. I'll just bring you around here. We're gonna use organic rye flour, about half, and then about half of just some unbleached organic flour. I've got 2 spoons today. We've got some water. Again, I just pulled that water from the refrigerator. And then here's our starter from yesterday, and here's our new starter on the scale. And then there's my setup. You can see, pretty fancy, folks. So I'm gonna set you down here. All right, thank you. Now, we're gonna go ahead and just take half of the starter here. Half of this. Again, you don't need, this is not precise science. A lot of people are like, Tony, baking's all about precision. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's some precision there. There is. But I'll tell you, a lot of it's love. I think you can get away with a lot if you put in the right effort, put in the right energy. Listen, you're not going to make good baked goods if you're not willing to knead the dough, if you're not willing to put the effort in, if you're not willing to put some love behind what you're doing, your food's not going to taste good, no matter how precise you make it. So let's just get focused first on putting our heart into it. And so right now, I've tared my scale. I'm gonna go ahead and do exactly what I did yesterday, which is just add 125 grams of water. Again, close enough, close enough. So here we go. And we got, change our unit here to grams. There we go. Whew, for a minute there, had me worried. All right. There we are, 127, so pretty darn close, almost perfect. Good enough for what we're doing here. This is nature. We want about 50 grams of this. So that'll be about 175, 177, about 160 now. This is the unbleached flour. 4. There's a lot more nutrients in this rye flour, as I understand it. So I think that's part of kind of why you want to mix that in. It just gives it a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and get her up there. A little bit more here. As you can see, we're kind of taking effectively what we're gonna end up with, and we're right at 225 now, so that's just perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up. Now, you can see kind of what's happening here. We took half of it out, and then we added effectively what was a full serving back in. So in this case, we've actually added about 50% materials from what we started with yesterday. And we're gonna continue to see that trend. Now there's a lot that gets thrown away. Some folks will cook with it along the way. If we had a bakery or something, we'd be making bread all the time. But for what we're doing, we're gonna go ahead and throw this out over here, the leftover or the part we didn't use. And that's okay. We don't need that much starter. We could take that and also start a second starter, give it away to somebody. I think that's always kind of fun to do. And you can see I'm really working this dough, stirring it up. Once I'm done here though, that's all there is to it, folks. I know several of you are wondering, well, what's next? Well, we're gonna cover this and we're gonna check in on this tomorrow for day 3. And then from there, day 3, 4, 5, 6, we're gonna kind of do the same thing each day, the same pattern. So we're gonna just do one video kind of through those days, and then we'll check in and kind of start cooking bread. Now, I know several of you have tuned in to kind of get the answer of what do we do in Indiana when it snows? What do you do in Indiana when it snows? Well, I can tell you, YouTube. Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Talk to you later.